Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here in a remote studio, which happens to be located in my house, of course. And I want to make a note that I want to thank all of you for your tolerance in allowing us to do this. And the way we're doing it, most importantly, is bringing the messages and the people that we interview to you every day. And we appreciate your understanding of that. Right now, we're going to have Carrie Rosingana, who is the CEO, COO, and Equal Opportunity Officer at the Capital Area Michigan Works, and relatively new at this position, as a matter of fact. So, Carrie, why don't we start with that, with your new transition? Tell us a little bit about how you got here in your career.
Thanks, Chris, and I appreciate you having me on your show again today. So I've been a part of our workforce development system at Capital Area Michigan Works since 2007. I started my career here working actually as a career coach within our programs before I transitioned into working as our quality assurance officer and then our chief compliance officer with our administrative team at Capital Area Michigan Works. Since August 2015, I have served as our chief operating officer and our equal opportunity officer, where I've made sure that we've put diversity, equity, and inclusive practices into place on our team. So really, it's been a career ladder for me as I have worked for this agency, starting from the program all the way up now into becoming the CEO, which has really provided me some pretty invaluable perspective in this new role that I take on as CEO.
Well, and working with the former CEO, Edith Copeland, that transition has been well programmed, so to speak, and it could have, but it could have been as smooth as possible, except for COVID-19. I mean, what a weird thing.
It is. It's a strange time for all of us with COVID.
Yeah, it is. Well, you've made a marvelous adaptation. Might also say, remind everybody this is a tri-county servicing area that you have in Ingham, Eaton, and Clinton counties. Let's talk a little bit about your program of work. What are going to be your goals as the incoming CEO?
So since I just started on July 1st, my priority first and foremost is to take time to meet with all of our community partners, even though that will obviously be virtually right now, given the COVID dynamic that we have at play. And then I want to make sure that I take time to meet with all of our staff here in our Tri-County region, as well as our board members, so that I can really hear first from them what has been something that has been working well within our system so that we continue those practices, and then to really explore where there's some opportunities for growth as an organization to bring some creative and innovative ideas at play. So for me, growing up, my dad worked as a utility director up north in Cadillac, and my mom was a public health nurse. So public service to me has always been something that's really, I feel like, is in my blood. And it's something I'm really passionate about. And so I think for me, building those relationships that we already have at play and then expanding upon those dynamics that we have with those partners will really allow for us to pivot and make sure that we're implementing programs that meet the goals of our Tri-County region.
Well, it's interesting because those partners, let's talk about that a little bit. You guys at Capital Area Michigan Works have been excellent in keeping those partnerships alive. Let's talk about their value.
So for me, community partnerships are going to continue to be a priority because it will allow for us to better support the individuals from that collective impact perspective, which will in turn economically assist our families and the region for years to come. So CAMW has always valued and cultivated our community and regional partnerships because we really understand that the work we do to assist employers and job seekers doesn't happen without collaboration at play. So the programs that we implement at CAMW address barriers to employment success, but we also know that the customers who come to us may have greater needs for connecting to things like housing resources or have food insecurities and childcare challenges and healthcare needs. So making sure that we know where those partnerships and resources are is really critical to make sure we provide that holistic support that they need. So by strengthening the partnerships in our community, then our agency will stand ready to help connect people to the resources and tools that they need to be successful, not only in becoming gainfully employed, but also to improve their overall situations.
All right, let's talk just very quickly, because we only got about a minute left, about some other priorities that you have for CAMW.
So for the very near future, I'm going to continue to serve as our Equal Opportunity Officer at CAMW, which as well as wearing that CEO hat that I have. And that is because diversity, equity, and inclusion continue to be at the forefront of my work and of my personal passion that I have. So as EOO, I've been responsible for all activities related to equal opportunity, and I want to make sure that we continue to put those practices at play, not only for the job seekers we work with, but for the larger employer community as well, so we can connect them to those resources.
Well, a lot of things still ahead to be done, and we're wishing you the luck, but we know that you won't need a whole lot of that with your, with your seasoning and the way you stepped into this whole thing, and the relationships that have been established with CAMW. A lot of them have been you in the forefront.
They have been. I've been very, very grateful for the opportunities that our previous CEO, Edith, allowed for me to be able to build those connections, which has made this transition all that much more smooth.
Yeah, I don't know that it could have gone much better. Carrie Rosingana, CEO, COO temporarily as the Equal Opportunity Officer at the Capital Area Michigan Works. Thanks for being with us. Continued good luck, and we'll look forward to working with you in the future.
Thanks for all your continued support, Chris. Appreciate it.
All right, Carrie, thank you. We're going to be right back. Thanks for being with us on the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.